What is up, guys? Today is gonna be just a quick little story time. You probably noticed by the title what this video is about. It's about our vacation. We had the worst vacation ever last week. We went to Utah. We went through Nebraska because my wife has friends there, so we stayed with them. Before we left, we did everything to our car. We made sure fluids were changed, we made sure the battery was working, we made sure it just had everything done to it. So just wanted to make sure we had no problems with the car on the way to Utah. So about two hours into our journey, it started overheating. I mean, we kept it on the freeway for the most part. It was doing fine. Once we got off the freeway, like through Indianapolis, it took us through Indianapolis, like through the city. We had to get off the freeway and go to a different freeway, so that when we were stuck in traffic, it started to overheat. But once we got back on the freeway, it did fine, whatever. So we kept going for another couple more hours, and then it just started to overheat again. Of course, we're frustrated, but we stopped and we called our friend in Nebraska and let her know what was going on. Called my family. After it cooled down, we kept going again. And then another hour or two maybe into the journey, it started to overheat again. So we stopped, we had lunch, we let it cool down. Kids played on the playground at the rest stop. We stopped for probably an hour. And then we kept going, and it actually did fine for like 5 hours. That to me is what makes no sense, is we could go for like 5 hours and then all of a sudden it would just start overheating. So we went, I mean, we were about an hour and a half away from our friend in Nebraska, and it started overheating again. So we just took it nice and slow. Finally got there. This was Friday night. We were supposed to leave Saturday morning. Friend in Nebraska's brother, so awesome. Thank you so much. He looked at the car. Unfortunately, he couldn't do it Saturday, so he looked at it Sunday. We flushed the radiator, thinking there was some gunk in there that was causing problems with that. So Sunday we flushed the radiator, and then we filled it all up, and then Monday morning we started going again. Same thing, a couple more hours into the journey, it started overheating. Let it cool off for 45 minutes to an hour, added antifreeze, and then all of a sudden it would go for like 5 hours and then be fine, and then all of a sudden it would just start overheating again. So there's definitely something wrong with the car. My brother and my parents came up and met us in a podunk town in Wyoming. My brother and my dad brought a car dolly, so they towed it back into Utah. Weather was crappy, it was snowing, but they still towed it back into Utah, and we dropped it off at a shop. So this was Monday, and then Tuesday we hung out with the family. Got a call from the shop, and they could not figure out why it was overheating. We called them back and told them that we'd filled it with antifreeze like 3 times during the drive, and which is not normal. And so the next day they called and said it was a radiator cap, that everything was boiling over and coming out of the radiator cap. So they replaced the radiator cap. Got it back Wednesday. We drove around for a couple days, no problems. And then on the way home, it started overheating in Nebraska again. Or on the way to Nebraska. So we had to stop and let it cool off a couple times. Friend's brother looked at it again, took it to a shop. He knows. We were in Nebraska for 2 days both times. Luckily, we have friends and family that are willing to help. Our car is currently still in Nebraska. They're fixing it. And our friend in Nebraska let us borrow her car to come home so I could get back to work. I mean, we had one of the worst vacations ever, but if you stop and think about it, got to see family, that was awesome. Got to go to Cafe Rio, that was really cool. The thing that really makes me excited, grateful, happy is our family and friends that really helped us out in that. I mean, we had friends, we were planning on staying overnight in Nebraska. They let us stay a couple of extra nights, helping us out. They had a pass to the zoo. They took us to the zoo while we were waiting for our car to get looked at. helped with the girls. Oh yeah, I forgot to mention, all 3 of my girls got sick on the trip, so that added to it. And then on the way home I got sick, so I missed an extra day of work in there because I got sick on the way home. But we had friends that helped us out. We have family that helped us out. So as crappy as the whole situation was, it could have been a lot worse. And it makes me really grateful for the friends and family that I have in my life that are willing to help me out. So to you guys, you know who you are. We're grateful for everything that you've done for us. Thank you so much. You guys are amazing. To those of you that have helped us, thank you so much. We are indeed grateful. Thank you all for your support and your comments along the journey. You guys are amazing. If you like this video, give it a thumbs up. If you want, you can leave a comment of support. I really appreciate all the comments. Luckily at this point in my YouTube career, I'm still able to respond to all of them, so thank you so much. Please share this video with your friends and family. Maybe somebody that you know would be happy to see it or want to see something like this. I try to be positive on everything I do, so thank you so much. You guys are amazing. Have an awesome day.